long as it's peaceful, as long as we're getting cooperation from representatives, it seems as though it may continue for a while.
And what are the numbers that we're seeing at this point? How many people do you think it is that's taking part?
Well, it's difficult to say how many people participated in the march today. I didn't see any real numbers to go with it. In the park, it's usually been a couple hundred people off and on. It seems as though during the days there's been like a shift change almost. People come down during the day and leave in the afternoon, and other people show up at night. So, you know, really hard to say numbers, and unfortunately, it's not something we count. As long as the crowd isn't exceeding the size of the park to where it can become a safety issue, it's not really a problem.
What about bathrooms?
The bathrooms have remained open in the park, and the Parks Bureau has worked with the representatives there to get in there and make sure they're sanitary and they're clean, and that they're, you know, not a problem in there. And so far, I haven't heard of any issues in the parks and with the bathrooms. And I know folks, I think because of how cooperative the city has been and the police bureau has been, people feel free to leave there, and if they need to go use the restroom, they don't feel like they're not going to get their spot. I mean, it's been sort of an occupation of a park, but yet it's not something that you can't give up the ground and then come back and get later. So I think that's been helpful for keeping it clean and calm and safe.
So they can stay there as long as they want, basically.
Well, again, the decisions are day to day, and they're really about the mayor's office, the Parks Bureau, the police bureau. We provide some input on safety-related issues, but really it's up to the decision makers at the city level to decide on what they'd like to see done.
Do we know how much it's costing the city as far as resources in terms of police officers?
At this point, we don't have a number to give on that. We are tracking the costs of overtime starting Thursday through today, and will continue as long as there's overtime-related expenses. Once that's complete, we will have, you know, a guesstimate, if you will, a pretty good number to provide, but nothing yet. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Late arrivals.
Is there a plan if marches become a common occurrence?
You know, again, it's hard to project the future, but we do so many marches and events and demonstrations in Portland that we're kind of used to it and used to how to handle it. Certainly, if the level of peacefulness and cooperation were to change, I think the response would change. But so far, it's been great, and there's really no indication that it's going to change. And again, we're asking for people who are the majority of the group that's been very cooperative and understanding. Don't allow the small percentage of people that will show up to try to ruin it for everyone to exist. Don't let them have the anonymity. They are the ones that will create a problem for everyone. And so we hope that throughout the next few days, things continue on as peaceful as they've been.
Is there anything else on the docket as far as events that have that park reserved in the next upcoming month or so?
I'm not aware of any. I mean, the fall and winter downtown, the parks don't have a lot of events in them. I mean, there's some holiday festivals and things, but I don't think that park is really a big event-related park. Certainly as the weather starts to turn south and it gets colder and wetter, I mean, it may be not the most ideal park to occupy, frankly. I mean, it's just the weather here is not forgiving to people, so we'll have to see how things go. Anybody else? Some other late arrivals?
You guys have questions, too?
Yeah. I'm here to answer anybody's questions.
Do you guys have questions for the officer?
Questions?
Are you guys working to address the bathroom issues?
My understanding is that Parks Bureau has been working with the representatives to get that taken care of.
Yes.
I'm not aware of any.
My understanding that one of the toilets has been open for over 6 weeks.
Oh, well, I'll let people know that after going to this side.
Well, that's very appreciated, you guys. But very, 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 really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Reed. Hey, Reed.
Oh.
Sorry.
Anybody else?
Let's go up. Let's swing up just
Oh,
for
we
the
actually
office.
can't hear you.
What?
Okay. All right.
Sergeant, why did the press release go out at 2:48 p.m. and then the press release was actually at 4 when they knew that the occupation was kind of enclosed? And then I'm just curious,
actually, that's on me. I put it out not realizing it was still all blocked off down here.
it seems like an oversight not to directly contact the mass of
Oh.
people
Well,
over there.
it's- sometimes you have to fly by the seat of your pants. and
Understood.
stuff.
Understood.
So it's just,
there's a lot going on.
yeah, that's why I'm here and available to talk to people.
Perhaps next time.
Well, hopefully there won't be a next time with the marathon anyway. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens next year. But
Okay.
yeah, with the traffic issue, it's unanticipated delay in getting here, realizing that it's actually pretty challenging to get to this spot. So, yeah. Anything else? Thanks, guys.